Man, boxing is a crazy sport, yo. But shout out to everybody. It's your dog Art, man. We're back with another boxing conversation. Man, I was just chilling this morning. I was sleeping. And my wife, she woke me up somehow. I don't know what we're doing. She woke me up. I'm like, shit. Now I'm up. Let me check what's going on Twitter. I log into my Twitter or whatever. And the first thing I'm seeing is, oh, Fulton is scared. He's scared. Everybody's scared. The black fighter's scared. He's scared. And I'm like, what y'all mean scared? What the fuck y'all niggas talking about scared? I go look to the comments. It's about Fulton's team saying they might be pulling out the fight due to Anui's team stacking those wraps, which causing the gloves to be loaded. Man, oh man, that shit got people hot as ever. But we gonna chop it up. We definitely gonna chop it up. Hold on, let me refresh my screen because I can't even see the comments. 1 second, yeah. Because I couldn't see your comments for a second, but I seen it on my YouTube on my phone. But shout out to my dog Shelton LDBC or nothing. Shout out to my dude Pop with the drop. What's good, Art, man? Look, man, I'm chilling, man, but I noticed that these fans on social media, man, they full of shit. They just let us know they not real boxing fans. They don't care about the safety of boxers or none of that shit. These niggas be all fucking cap when it comes to that. And that's why I be like, man, I can't respect you dudes. I can't. I just can't respect y'all because y'all sit here and talk about y'all care about fairness and, no cheating's going on and we care about the fighter's health and oh, the fight shouldn't be 15 rounds because I care about the fighter's health and all this fake bullshit. But when it comes down to a real fighter saying, hey man, a champion saying, hey man, I don't like the way you stacking them raps. You gonna have to just rap that shit regular, nigga. And fans were like, oh no, look at this Negro complaining. This Negro is complaining. I can't believe it. Like, man, shut that shit up, dude. So what's up, Art? I know the type of fans you talking about. Like, I don't even want to call them fans because these motherfuckers is low key, high key racist. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. These niggas be high key bitch made. Man, I'm like, man, like what the fuck? I'm gonna get into the clip of what was said. Let me go ahead and find my utensils. 1 second, y'all. Oh, there you go, right there. Let me go and get my charger. But I hope everybody's doing good, doing well, doing swell. You know what I'm saying? Said, what a do, Art, man. What's going on, brother? Look, man, these fake ass boxing fans, they don't care about the fighter's health or none of that shit. They just see it as, oh, you know, it's okay because he's fighting a black guy. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. That's what they really want to say. They really want to say it doesn't matter if the gloves are stacked or anything like that, or the gloves are loaded. He's fighting a black guy, so it doesn't matter. And I posted on Twitter, man, and a lot of people gonna look at me crazy, but I don't give a fuck. I said that, man. These non-black fighters, they go into these boxing matches using unethical stuff, techniques because they know or they feel deep down inside that fighting against a black American fighter already has natural athleticism and gifted with a lot of talent. So them cheating makes the fight equal and fair to them. That's what they consider equal and fair because they're going to have an advantage or some type of uh, extra ability to help them in the fight. Let's be real, dude. And and that's why I'm like, stuff like that made me really look at Anui a certain type of way because You over here stacking your raps and shit. Last nigga I heard was stacking their raps that had power was Tito Trinidad. And when he got caught stacking his raps, you know what I'm saying, the good brother Nassim, he said, man, I ain't feeling that. As soon as he caught that shit, you notice that the power just disappeared. Ain't no longer here. So I'm like, if dude a monster, go ahead, let him fight with no raps. Let him fight with the regular raps. Don't be trying to tape your hands twice and all that other shit. Let him go in there and fight with regular raps. Let's see if that monster power is there. Mr. I ain't never seen Fulton fight. I only seen highlights. Nigga, that's why he's so fucking confident. The guy is so confident because he knows what he possesses. And that's those stack raps and them skin tight ass gloves. I'm gonna say it. I ain't afraid to say it. Fuck it. That nigga, he's suspicious as fuck. Suspicious as fuck. And then we fight in Japan? Like, bro, come on now. You motherfucker. This is the sport where we all understand that, all of us, black, white, Chinese, we all understand that when you go to another fighter's hometown, home country, there's always going to be some type of foul play going on when it comes to the scoring, the techniques, when it comes to rapping, gloves, etc. We all know that when you fly over there to another place, we already know some fuck shit can happen. Reason why everybody was picking George Kambosos to beat Devin Haney, not because George Kambosos is a better fighter than Haney, it's because they felt like he was going to get robbed out there. Let's be real. So don't sit here and be like, oh man, ain't no way this can happen. Ain't no way this can happen. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Said Japanese man came to cheat. Of course. Of course. Talking about he ain't never seen a Nui fight, Fulton fight before. He ain't never seen him fight before, of course. Cause you like, fuck, I got my own tricks up my sleeve or in my raps. Nigga. But hold on, let me pull that clip up real quick. Just so y'all can hear what's going on. That shit's funny though, because it's like, I ain't never seen so many boxing fans mad that a fighter wants a clean fight. These motherfuckers are mad, man. Like, hold on. Oh yeah, they cheated Wilder in America, and they cheated Wilder in America. And folks was questioning, like, dog, why is Tyson Fury so fucking confident this second time around? He just got put on his ass. Why the fuck he's so confident? Come to find out, that's why the motherfucker's confident. Some motherfucker got some fuck shit going on. It's that simple. He's confident because he got some fuck shit going on. And we're gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. And I love how the fighter, the coach, he kept it respectful, but he said what he had to say. Like, man, like, you gotta say something. And I know Fulton is like, he probably like, man, and that's why I like Fulton, because he's in a position where he's like, man, I just want to fight. I just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? I just want to fight. But the coach is like, yeah, bro, I get it. You want to fight. But, nigga, if you go in there and that nigga start hitting you upside your head with them fucking gloves and you looking crazy as hell, you can't come back to the table and say, oh, no, I was cheated. Because we just seen that. The last fighter who fought somebody and came back and said, hold on, man. That's why I wasn't feeling right. Nigga, I got cheated in that fucking fight. The fans say, oh, I ain't trying to hear it. Look at him making excuses. The Negroes making excuses. Like, that's what they were saying when it came to Wilder versus Fury. So I'm like, dude, I salute Brother Raheem for going out there and saying that shit, man. I salute them for going out and saying, nah, this ain't right. I ain't fucking with that. Because nobody's going to give a fuck once the fight's over and you lost. They're going to be like, oh, nah, nigga. Nah, you can't be complaining. Don't be complaining. But here's the clip though.
And naive in regards to the comment I made. It's not that I'm being naive. My job, I actually had a conversation with Fulton. And when I brought this issue up to Fulton, Fulton demanded me not to say anything in regards to it. And it was kind of a debate with me and him conversating about it. And he actually said, please don't say nothing. Just let me get in the ring and fight. And I admired him for that. So with that being said, he gave me a job. And my job is to make sure he performed well and look out for his safety. And if anyone can disagree with that, then I think you guys are being one-sided in regard to the situation. I'm not saying that you are. So yes, it is a very sensitive situation because I refuse to let my fighter get in the ring with someone that has loaded gloves. This is not something that I'm making up. I have proof. And I have it in my phone and I have proof. Where they're wrapping the gloves with an excessive amount of tape all the way up their hair first, and then they add the gauze, and then they add the tape again. That's loaded gloves. So it's not that I'm being naive to it. I'm actually being aware to it. I'm being aware to make sure I protect the safety of both fighters. Thank you.
And that was the brother, Fulton's coach. Respect to him. He's like, man, like, trust me, I get it's a sensitive subject. You know, it makes y'all niggas uncomfortable. But I gotta call how it is, my nigga. Like, bro, the techniques he's using gives him advantage power-wise. And that comment right there got these motherfuckers on Twitter mad, mad, mad. Mad, mad, fucking mad. Said, don't forget Wilder was robbed in the first fight. Of course, like, who does that? You don't go to nobody's backyard, get knocked down twice, and the second time you get knocked down is so vicious that niggas thought you were dead. You know what I'm saying? And the ref had to get in your face to wake you up. Like, come on, bro. It's a powerful statement, yet respectful. And what pisses me off, brother Kevin Feck, is because even though that was respectful and he said his piece, folks are being super disrespectful. They're taking that as super disrespect from him. They go in and say, "Oh my God!" And then even dudes who not even have a dog in the race, they like, man, like, why is the Nui fans like so angry that somebody wants a fight to be clean and fair? Like, why are y'all so angry? Fuck y'all so angry for? Shout out to my dude Boxing Pro. But it's like a dude made it, he said it on Twitter. He's like, man, like, I get it. Anui, he ain't Jesus Christ. He ain't fucking Allah. He ain't the fucking Buddha. Like, why the fuck why is he exempt from criticism? Why is he exempt? Why is it wrong to question him? Oh, that's right, because you start questioning, you start digging around, you might find something. That's why. They don't want that. But it is what it is. And my prediction is still the same. I still pick Fulton to win. I'm always going to ride with my countrymen. And of course, I'm going to ride with my race. A lot of people going to hate it. I don't give a fuck because you will never tell a Japanese person, why are you riding with your countrymen? So don't tell me that stupid ass shit when you come to my channel. Rachel Donaire has spoke on the stacking issue in the past. Matter of fact, I got that clip too. Let me go ahead and play that shit so everybody can hear that motherfucker.
So the second fight, I was at the glove selection. And I wasn't at Inoue's one glove selection. We were live streaming. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I was going to capture anything. But I remember they came into, the glove thing at first, and they said, they put the gloves on the table, and I was like, I looked at Nonito, and I was like, that shit ain't sealed. And he's like, don't. This is Nonito again, right? Don't. And I was like, but their gloves aren't sealed. He's like, don't. And I was like, all right. So, I bow to whatever Nonito says. When Inoue said he couldn't use, I think it was the left-hand glove. Like, they rejected one of Nonito's gloves. He was like, nope, this doesn't have enough padding. I was like, that shit was sealed. And he's like, nope, we don't approve of this glove. I looked at Nonito. I was like, you gonna let me go? And he's like, go. And as soon as I went, I was like, you didn't even fucking come in here with freaking sealed gloves, bro. Like, how do I know you didn't take out padding? How do I know you didn't break it in? Well, you know, we can't get gloves in time. I was like, that's your fucking fault. But they came in to the glove selection with unsealed gloves where you're supposed to bring gloves and open up in front of commission.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, it's not like this is something new. You know what I mean? Like people are making it seem like, oh, how dare you question Inoue? There's no way he can do anything like that. But it's not new. Like motherfuckers is already they've been questioning him like, yo, this nigga stacking his raps. He coming into the fucking glove selection with gloves that's already open. Like, make it make sense. You see why he won't always want to fight over there unless he fighting baloney Maloney. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's how it is on Twitter. They be like, how dare you question Inoue like that? He is so honorable. He could never hurt a fly. You know what I'm saying? That's my Bart Kriegel voice, though. How can you do that? There's no way Inoue's a cheater. Maybe you blacks are just scared. And you, man, that shit got everybody coming out, bro. Like, man, oh man. And you know what I don't like too? I gotta call it how it is. I see some of you niggas in America on that sucker shit, on that politically correct shit. Y'all don't want to speak up, and I don't like that shit, and I cannot respect y'all niggas for that shit. On some, both sides are being a little bit overreactive. What the fuck? It's one side that's getting fucking questioned. This one side that's coming back and saying, how dare you question us? You're just scared. That's only one side. Stop being a fucking coward, not trying to offend people, and just call it how it is. That shit is fucking suspect. And I can't respect that shit. Oh my God. I get it, you know. I just want a good fight, you know. I'm not trying to listen to anything. No, nigga, listen up and hear what the fuck is being said. Because if you care about the fucking sport, like you say, you will say, hold on, what is this? What is the champion saying? Hold on, the champions team is saying this. Let me look into that. Instead, niggas is like, nah, man, don't even say nothing, bro. Just go into the fight. Like, and it makes me question y'all, like, what the fuck are y'all even watching? Are y'all real boxing fans? Because if y'all don't care about glove selection and all this shit and checking the gloves, matter of fact, let's just all vote to abolish it. Let's all vote to abolish glove checking and hand wrap checking. Let's just have our fighters go to the weigh-in and then the next day just walk into the fucking fight. Let's just do that. If that's how the fuck y'all feel. Because when somebody questions a fucking glove, y'all supposed to say, let me listen to the question. Let me check this out. Let's make sure everything's on up and up because I want to see a fair fight. But instead, you bitch made niggas, oh, I'm not trying to hear anything. La 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 la. Boxing, everything's fair and square. Nothing can ever happen. Everything's fair and square. I don't want to believe that Fulton's team thinks that Inoue's team can cheat. Everything is square. Boxing is such a clean sport. Nothing ever happens. Nah, I'm tired of that shit. Shut the fuck up and listen to what the fuck the coach is saying. The coach is saying, hey man, the guy's stacking raps. I have legitimate proof that he is stacking his raps. Y'all said, no, I don't want to see it. Both sides are acting up. Both sides are being, nigga, shut that stupid shit up, man. It's an arrogant cheat. You even got the white dude from fucking Fight Hype. You know what I'm saying? Got the white dude from Fight Hype. You know them, bro. You know them white dudes don't be on black people's side like that. Let's be real. And he's even saying, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. This guy's a piece of work. He's a piece of work. And on top of that, he complaining about drug testing and all this shit. Like, bro, call it how it is. My dude, main biker. Shout out to my dude, man. He said, salute Art Man in the chat on that all sides are wrong. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm talking about, my dude PG. I be saying like, man, get that all sides shit out of here. That all lives matter shit out of here, nigga. Call that shit for what the fuck it was. People on here on Twitter with all these they care about their followers and shit like that. Me, I don't give a fuck. I get my page deleted. I make a new one tomorrow, nigga. As long as Artman Apparel's still running, I don't give a fuck. These guys, they be so politically correct, trying to keep their Twitter. Oh, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to seem like I want to be in between. these in between ass niggas. Oh, can we just get a good fight, man? Can we stop talking about it? Both sides are wrong here. Shut the fuck up, you bitch made coward. I ain't gonna say no names, but if the person's listening, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, I don't want to offend nobody. I just want to keep it clean. Please, please, no cheating ever happens. Shut the fuck up. So the only thing I ain't like was Cool Boy reaction. Made it seem like they ain't on the same page. And get, thank Father, I was gonna bring that up. I get it. I get it. Fulton, from what I'm seeing, it looks like he's already got that mind frame of, man, I just want to go in here and just beat this dude. And Wilder had the same type of mind frame. Wilder had the same type of mind frame, man. I heard some things, but I'm just gonna go in there and do what I do best and beat this nigga ass. But the coach, this time, the coach, unlike Wilder's coach, the coach is like, nah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You hired me for a reason. It's my job to protect you. If you don't see it and I see it, I gotta say something. And I'm gonna say it. And I respect that. Like, bro, and as a fighter, and that's why people are like, oh, Fulton looking like he don't even want him to say that. He mentioned it. He's like, yeah, Fulton didn't want me to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways because it's my job to protect the fighter. Because if something happened to me, happened to him, where, you know, God forbid something happened to him where he can't talk or explain himself the way he wants to, they're gonna be looking at me and saying, nigga, why the fuck you protect this guy? Why you let him go in there and fight this nigga with this? You know what I'm saying? So he's saying something, he's standing up, and I respect that. But Fulton, yeah, he got to understand, like, yo, your coach is making a good decision for you. And yeah, necessarily might not pull out the fight, but nigga, ain't no wrong with saying it. Ain't nothing wrong with saying it. You know why? Because that's going to put all eyes on the topic at hand. Said, man, last time I checked Japan, it's the ops. Like, man, come on, bro. If my dude main biker, if you want to keep it 1,000, you want to keep it 1,000, yeah. Said Wahid Rahim did the right thing. He did. He definitely did, and I respect that. And now people look, and they trying to call Full Boy scared. And here's the thing: Cool Boy not even the one that said anything. Cool Boy not even the one that said anything. But I see niggas get mad at Cool Boy, the coach, and Al Heyman. Matter of fact, I want to pull up that tweet of what was said, man. Man, I know I probably can't even find that shit. But some guy, he said something to the effect that Al Heyman, this is what all Al Heyman guys does. No, matter of fact, hold on. I think I can find it because dude called us crazy. He called us up crazy, and I want y'all to hear this shit. He said he called us fucking basketball Americans. What the fuck? Man, where the fuck is that shit at? Yeah, talking about some old sides is fucking overreacting. Okay. Some account said, or Nui fans said, why are black Americans like this? Always crying and making excuses on why they lost or say their opponent cheated. They're an embarrassment to boxing. Fulton and his team really bring this up 3 days before the fight. Be better, basketball Americans. These motherfuckers called us basketball Americans. That's a new one. I haven't heard that shit. That is some fucking crazy shit. And then you got people in the comment section. Al Heyman is a cancer to the sport of boxing. His guys are always complaining about cheating, just like Wilder did in all 3 fights and still lost. Yeah, like shit like that. Like, motherfuckers is just on some bullshit. They're mad at us for wanting a clean fight. Why is that? And I can see if Inui was a guy that there's never been nobody ever accused him of wrongdoing before. He doesn't have a history of being accused of doing something like this. But it's false. Donaire's team said this. They said, hey man, said the dude who wrote that's like 5'2", exactly, bitch ass motherfucker. He mad because he couldn't make the fucking basketball team, bitch ass motherfucker. Sad ass. But yeah, man. Anyways, look. Fulton, he's a really good fighter. And a news team could say they never seen any highlight or they never seen any fight of his full fight. They only seen highlights. And I'm calling cap on that because either you're just that confident because you know you got something up your sleeve that can offset Cool Boy's game, or you're bullshitting. You're bullshitting. You actually did watch this shit because there's no way you've never seen Fulton fight. Come on, bro. Stop it. Fucking YouTube. When you go on YouTube and you type in Cool Boy, you can type in Cool Boy highlights. After the video plays, a suggested video of motherfucking his full fight might pop up. Stop it. You tell me not one time that y'all was just training, nobody was manning the YouTube and it just started playing on the TV. And you ain't sit back and looking like, oh, okay, he does this and does that. Stop it. Stop it, nigga. I fail to believe that shit. And that's why, man, fuck it. This is my channel. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I have to say. And that's why I feel like he's so fucking confident. I honestly feel like he's so confident because he knows that he's gonna go in there and try to cheat Fulton. And think about it. He's gonna try to make his win seem more impressive, and they're gonna try to make it seem more impressive as well, trying to say, "Oh, I never fought a black guy, or I never seen his full fight, or whatever." Man, they want to go in there and have him punch on Fulton with some floppy, not floppy, but some motherfuckers, possibly skin gloves or loaded gloves or whatever, and then say, "Oh, you see, I beat him, and I've never seen him fight. I knew he's just that good. He'd never seen a full fight, and he just went in there and destroyed him." You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit like that. So that's what I feel like their plan is, and I'm glad the brother Raheem spoke on it. Said Floyd stated that line about not watching fights, and Jay-Z Big Star let him line about not writing. Exactly, like exactly. You know, it's crazy because I was just thinking about that the other day when it comes to rappers saying they don't write their lyrics. You can tell who don't write their lyrics for real. But niggas like Jay-Z and all that shit, I be hearing some Jay-Z tracks, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes it do sound like he freestyled some joints. But nigga, all that shit, nah, you wrote some of that shit. You jotted a couple lines in your fucking phone. Stop it. But yeah, anyways, motherfuckers, they're just saying some crazy things about this fight right now, man. They saying black Americans are scared. We making up excuses and all that fucking shit. Said Fulton gets cheated, that's on him. Only a fool would take the fight in Japan. When he fights Tank, it will be in America. Man, oh man. Shh. My dude Trap Media, that how you feeling? That's how you feeling? I mean, it's not the first time we've seen Americans go over to different countries to, you know, fight. But I don't know. This seems like the first time. Nah. I wouldn't say the first time because Devin Haney. But I would say I'm thinking it could have been the first time that I've seen a fighter, a champion, defend their belts in another man's country. Yeah, Devin Haney, he did it with George Kambosos, but he ain't had no choice. This guy, this is the first fighter that willingly went to another country to defend their titles. That's just strange. Like, I've never really heard of that before. Said I didn't like Fulton going to Japan and he has the belts. Like yeah, that shit's weird, man. It's weird. Like, dude, you're the champion. But I get it. When it comes to black fighters, we gotta like exceed expectations nowadays to like really stamp yourself in the history books for real, because us becoming unified and multi-division champions and stuff like that, you know, it just doesn't, like, I don't know if to the old media, it just doesn't sit, you know, as a real accomplishment. So I feel like our fighters, we doing the most these days. Like Charlo jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez to prove a point. It's like you already proved that you can become undisputed. That's already history making right there. But it's like, nah, that's still not good enough, because you already see they're not even putting brother on the fucking pound for pound list. So you're like, man, that's still not good enough. So let me go up to 168, challenge myself, and prove everybody wrong. So I feel like that's a little bit in what Fulton is thinking as well. Like, man, like I already showed you guys I could be unified or whatever, and I can go up to another division and win a belt if I really wanted to. But nah, they talking about this guy Nui with all this monster power. Fuck it, let me fight him. Let me fight him. Because if I'm not mistaken, Fulton was going to go up and rematch Figueroa at a different weight class or whatever. But nah, he said, let me stick around and fight this guy. And I know he ain't going to fight me here in Philly, so let me go in there and fight him in his home country and show you guys that how really good I am. And I get that aspect. I totally understand it. But it's like us black fighters, man, we always put ourselves in a predicament where we really got to do the most. You know what I'm saying? We really do. So black fighters feel like they have to go above and beyond just to still get overlooked. And it's the truth, man. And I don't care what these bitch made niggas on Twitter say. They try to make it all PG and make it seem like everything is just fair and all that shit. Nah, it's not like that at all. Black fighters, they really been doing the fucking most since the inception. Since the fucking inception of this fucking sport. Been doing the fucking most. Straight up. But let me go ahead and play that clip just in case people just tuning in and they hear what the brother said. I respect his decision, man. I definitely do.
In regards to the comment I made, it's not that I'm being naive. My job, I actually had a conversation with Fulton. And when I brought this issue up to Fulton demanded me not to say anything in regards to it. And it was kind of a debate with me and him conversating about it. And he actually said, please don't say nothing. Just let me get in the ring and fight. And I admired him for that. So with that being said, he gave me a job. And my job is to make sure he performed well and look out for his safety. And if anyone can disagree with that, then I think you guys are one-sided in regard to the situation. I'm not saying that you are. So yes, it is a very sensitive situation because I've refused to let my fighter get in the ring with someone that has loaded gloves. This is not something that I'm making up. I have proof. And I have it in my phone that I have proof. Where they're wrapping the gloves with an excessive amount of tape all the way up to here first, and then they add the gauze, and then they add the tape again. That's loaded gloves. So it's not that I'm being naive to it. I'm actually being aware to it. I'm being aware to make sure I protect the safety of both fighters. Thank you.
Yeah, even though he said protect the safety of both fighters, they still gonna look at that and be like, oh, these Negroes complaining. And with that, I'm just like, man, oh man. Shout out to my dude, the boxing pro. He said this is who Fulton's about to fight. Fucking Margarito Nui. Stop fucking playing games, man. And I'm like, man, like, y'all complaining that a motherfucker's saying like, yo, like, I want to make sure shit's on the up and up before we fight. Y'all complain about that? That's what we're doing here? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this camera straight. Yeah, motherfuckers is really just like on some bullshit. So, okay, you said Loma loses his second pro fight and wins a belt in his third fight. White media says he's better than Bud Ward, compared him to Floyd. Get the fuck out of here. And that's the truth. Like, man, like, They trying to say this nigga better than Muhammad Ali. Bob Arum, he got Ali, alleged grandson, on the show, and you over here telling the world that I think this nigga who lost the second fight is better than your fucking grandfather. What type of stupid shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck though? Really, I'm just like, man, stop playing games, dude. But yeah, let me play that Donaire clip just in case if folks just tuning in. What Donaire's wife said about their little situation with this guy.
So the second fight, I was at the glove selection. And I wasn't at, anyways, one glove selection. We were live streaming. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I was going to capture anything. But I remember they came into, the glove thing at first, and they said, they put the gloves on the table, and I was like, I looked at Nonito, and I was like, that shit ain't sealed. And he's like, don't. This is Nonito again, right? Don't. And I was like, but their gloves aren't sealed. He's like, don't. And I was like, all right. So, I bow to whatever Nonito says. When Inoue said he couldn't use, I think it was the left-hand glove, like they rejected one of Nonito's gloves. He was like, nope, this doesn't have enough padding. I was like, that shit was sealed. And he's like, nope, we don't approve of this glove. I looked at Nonito. I was like, you gonna let me go? And he's like, go. And as soon as I went, I was like, you didn't even fucking come in here with freaking sealed gloves, bro. Like, how do I know you?
Hey, the motherfuckers is funny. They talking about some, man, we didn't have enough. We couldn't get some new gloves in time. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Like, and that's how they get motherfuckers too. Cause you be all the way in their country and they be like, oh nigga, what you gonna do? Just say forget the fight? You all the way over here. You all the way over here. You might as well just let it rock. You know what I'm saying? They motherfuckers is crooked, man. And they want to tell me, oh man, Japan's not like that. Japan isn't like that at all. All that bullshit. But last time I checked, Floyd Mayweather had an exhibition there or something like that there. And the motherfucking Japanese dude, I guess it's like some type of ceremony where they gift the fighter, the winner, the gloves. They gift them some like flowers or whatever. The motherfucker took Floyd Mayweather's flowers or whatever that he's supposed to give him, and he dropped that motherfucker on the floor in front of Floyd. Like, what are we doing here? What is this? But no, y'all want us to believe that these guys are on up and up. You seen how they did Floyd? Yeah, exactly. Drop the flowers in front of Floyd, like on some disrespect. Like, Negro, you pick it up. How dare you come over to my country and do this? Talking about some flowers. Huh. You pick up the fucking flowers. And speaking of Floyd, my dude, Main Biker, they said the same thing about Floyd when Floyd wanted fighters to take the what you call it again, OSD, Olympic style drug test. Oh, Olympic style drug testing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I remember. They were saying this Negro's complaining. He don't want to fight. He's scared. Like, come on, bro. Literally the same shit. Oh, there it is. Literally the same shit, bro. And Floyd Mayweather, he called it out too. I know y'all know the infamous video. I know y'all know the video. He ain't using the motherfucking gloves, man. Let it Ella be in the background. Hold on. Said, how did Floyd pick the flower? Why the hell did Floyd pick the flowers? I think somebody else picked them. Nah, matter of fact, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find that shit. and they want to talk about. Hold on, man. Hold on. I got that clip for y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Fair use, y'all. This is for fair use only. Y'all see that shit? Looked at him like a fucking nigga. Like, what the fuck? That's what we doing here? Said very, of course, bro. Of course. Of course. Of course. But Nick, if you start talking like that, putting two and two together, they're gonna call you they're gonna say stop the Asian hate. They're gonna try to charge you with a hate crime. This shit here. Cuz stacking the fucking raps like a motherfucker. All that goddamn tape. All that fucking goddamn tape, boy. Look how you looking. Look at new. He holding it. He knows what's up too. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We know what time it is, y'all. But I ain't worried though. I'm just glad the brother spoke up on it though. I really am. I applaud that shit. Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say he trash. Don't say that. But the commission, these the commission ass niggas, man. Stop it. Hold on.
What do you do to court? They want this. They want this off here. Who signed off on them?
Who signed off on these fucking? Who signed off on these fucking gloves?
Well, I questioned it because it's too high, but it's signed off. No, the tape's too high on the glove. But someone signed off on letting it.
Like, what are we doing here, nigga? Like, of course. Let me send a link. Let me drop the link. Yeah, you can join the panel for sure. They gonna tell me, oh, Art man, you tripping. You tripping. The commission is there. Shut the fuck up. Man, stop telling me about no goddamn commission. Man, where the commission at? Do you even know these niggas in the commission? No, you don't. You don't. Commission, they be hiring all types of gamblers, niggas that they be getting extorted by the mob, all types of shit. Like, bro, stop it. They be acting like the commission, the motherfucking federal agent or something. Shut the fuck up. Stupid ass niggas. Talking about commission. These niggas be making like fucking $17 an hour. Like, nigga, shut the fuck. Bro, come on, man. Stop it. Not to hate on nobody working the commission, but it's like, stop it. Stop making it seem like these dudes are federal agents and they, it's against the law for them to be biased. like the Nebraska Commission. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. We done lived in so many. We done watched so many movies. We done read so many stories, seen actual documentations of the mob fucking running shit in fucking Nebraska, Vegas. Not Nebraska, motherfucking Nevada. Talk about the. That's what threw me off because I'm thinking of Nevada and Nebraska. This nigga talk about fucking Bud and the Tyson Fury ass gloves. Hey Nando, you funny as hell, bro. You talk about the goddamn busted ass gloves fucking Bud Crawford was wearing. You funny as hell, man. Said David Amnesia got hit with the. He said the corn mob. Hell,
Yeah.
bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit caught me off guard. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Nebraska, Nevada. What's going on, Cron?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You been listening to the stream? How long you been in here?
I've been watching since that you went live. I was looking at other videos about the Fulton cheating situation with Inoue.
So what's your thoughts on that, man? And don't be biased. Keep it 1,000.
Okay. I think Inoue should be prosecuted if he's found guilty. I think this needs to stop. I think on any level in which you try to cheat somebody, it should be I'm not going to try to get too much of like government involved, but I would say it should be a federal crime because if you think about it, if you're coming over to America for big fights and you're not a citizen and you're coming to basically quote unquote abuse, the corruption in boxing to hurt another fighter's life, then by law, you're technically hurting somebody's life to assault them in the ring, quote unquote, in a legal manner. So I think, for any level in which you try to abuse a fighter's career to try to hurt them, like in this case, I think Fulton or Inoue, whoever cheated, like quote unquote, should be held like accountable. And I think Inoue should not be fighting no more.
Okay. The sperm weight champion, Sonny Edwards, came out and said, there's a video that I just showed you guys of Inoue getting his hand wraps. He said, FYI, this is illegal in Britain and many other countries. Fighters sometimes aren't aware because in their country it's not checked for. But basically saying, like, nigga, that shit, that hand wrapping Inoue's doing over there, nigga, that shit will get you cooked over here.
Yeah, so he's already using dirty tactics, and I know that I don't know if you know that one fighter, Jack Dempsey, but Jack Dempsey, he did a lot of illegal hand wrap tactics, and there was like a video that showed the tactics that he did with his hand wraps, where if you wrap your hand in a certain manner to make your punches more destructive to actually hurt somebody more in a fight, you're actually able to get away with it without like a referee checking it, unless that the referee actually checks it, and then you would have to get your hands rewrapped. But I was gonna say Drew Titan brought this up like a long time ago, but boxing should go back to the old days where you walk to the ring and you get your hands wrapped and have your glove like assembled inside of the ring. So therefore, there's no way to cheat because everybody's looking, at your quote unquote, hands being, fairly like assembled. So I think that rule should be put in place. And then on top of that, if there is a case of somebody trying to use, some cheating mechanisms, it should automatically be called off. If you're gonna cheat, on the biggest stage, you should get, completely fined, and then the fighter should be given money for for the potential situation, and then the fight should just be canceled and let the co-main event or whoever steps up to take over, because it's not fair, man.
That's
It's not
true,
fair.
but you got to think about all the people that's putting money that bet on the fucking fight. What, you gonna just give them a refund?
Yeah, do that too. I don't care. I mean, look, if you're gonna cheat me, and I found out that you did it, then I'm not going to do that. Like,
This guy said, Lean MMA said, "What do you mean it's legal in Nevada? They not
what?
fighting in Nevada. What are we
Yeah,
talking
they're
about? What are we
fighting in
talking about?
Japan. Like, what?
What are we talking about?"
The fuck?
My thing is this: legal, not legal. Y'all know it's some bullshit. Y'all know it is.
Yeah, moral.
Y'all know
Yeah,
it
it's
is. Stop
based
it.
on morality. Yeah.
Stop capping, like, bro, like, and these are the same fans that said Wilder is cheating because he has surgery on his hand, and he has a metal plate in his hand. That makes it, he's a cheater. They go saying shit like that. So come on, bro. Says legal in Japan too. From what I heard, both fighters gotta agree to it, or they just switch the rules overnight.
Doesn't matter if
Shake
it's
my
legal
head.
or illegal. It's still like it's still hurting another person's life at the end of what the day, and you're not getting inside of the ring to feel those impact of those punches. So people will be so quick to say that, but it's like you're not taking those shots. And if you know that this person's gonna cheat you, why would you want to take the fight anyway? Like, I'm not gonna fight you. Like, if you're gonna cheat me, and furthermore, it's like that's just gonna cause more criminal activity outside of it. So, like, it's not like a smart idea to have people like that in the sport at all. Like Fulton, honestly, like my whole like initial take of this fight being made was that I wanted Fulton to have this fight in America, and it should have been in America because Inoue does not deserve to have this fight in Japan. You're not the A side. You are clearly the B side that got political privilege to basically like lure Fulton into a quote unquote trap in which Fulton he should have just never, had this fight in Japan. He should have said, "I'm not gonna fight you unless you come over here to America." Plain and simple. Have it in a neutral location. Make sure everything's on an even level playing field, and then may the best man win. Because it's not fair that a sitting unified champion is gonna go over to a non-champion's homeland to defend his belts when it should be the other way like around. Inoue has never fought outside of Japan on a big stage like this before, and it's only been the first time for him to actually have a big opportunity like this where Fulton went over to Japan voluntarily to take this fight. He didn't need to fight Inoue just to let anybody know, because if he quote unquote uses undisputed status to get a mandatory position slot to become Fulton's mandatory, yeah, that's good and all, but you are the mandatory, and if you are the mandatory, you have to listen to the champion's rules. So therefore, Fulton should be the A side over Inoue, and he should have this fight in America because it makes sense. Because if you are a sitting champion that's unified, why the hell
It,
am I going to go
it's
all the way
because
over?
it's because I knew he wouldn't agree to fight over there.
Yeah, I mean, either way, screw Naoya Inoue, because it's like you never deserved to have this fight in Japan at all. This fight should have been in America, Philadelphia, wherever. You know,
Hold on, Lean. I'm about to send you. I'm about to send you the link. Let me see if I can find you on Twitter. Got this new Twitter. I'm about to send you a link because I want you to. I want you to chime in on this, man.
either way, like
You
I want to see like a fair fight. I don't like cheaters. Like I fucking hate
damn, I
cheaters.
can't send this motherfucker a message. I'm gonna just drop the link. Fuck it. Just pop up. Motherfucker gotta tell me I gotta be verified to send a message. I ain't fucking buying Twitter. What the fuck I look like? Oh, you say you can't? Oh, okay. Shit, let me delete that shit for some creep up on it.
You said maybe it's a bigger fight in Japan. I'm not trying to make excuses, but maybe that's where the bigger money was. No, not really, because Japan economically does not make sense for anybody to go out there and watch the fight. And On top of that, their fan base is not that big in boxing
Is
at
that shit
all.
on pay-per-view in America?
No, that's on free TV because that's a top ranked promotion,
Yeah, because
and
I'm thinking
I did
like,
not see no review.
ain't no way
Yeah,
America's gonna buy that shit at no
no,
fucking 4
no, but
a.m.
but
What the
honestly,
fuck?
honestly,
Hell no.
this fight should have been a co-main event to, let's just say, Spence and Crawford. I'm just gonna make that up, but that makes sense, right? Because you would want to pay for that type of fight if Fulton and Inoue were the co-main event under Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, right? I don't know,
Yeah.
like if that's like a good sell, but I think if I'm trying to spend some big money to go to a big fight, I think going over to America is a way better economic boost for Fulton and Inoue, because let's just say if the first fight was a controversial fight under Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, you could have the rematch become a lot bigger in America, where like like the second fight can be like a headliner at Vegas or basically anywhere. Like I'm just making stuff up, but it's like economically, America is at the home for big fights in boxing. There's no dispute over that.
So why would Fulton make 80K in the US compared to rumored 3 mil in Japan? It don't matter. You know what? I'm gonna keep it
He's
a
not
thousand.
making
I don't look.
80,000.
A lot of people disagree with him going over there because he's the champion, but I don't give a fuck. To be honest, he can go over there and cook his ass too. But the thing is, I just don't like the fact that this guy's out here with these stacked ass reps trying to fight this nigga with some loaded gloves. Like, man, how come we can't just get a fair fucking fight? Why the hell we gotta have some cheating shit going on? It's always the important fights against the black American where y'all niggas want to start pulling out some cheating shit out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Man, really think about it. Like, Maidana versus Floyd Mayweather, they want to pull out some cheating shit. And they were saying Floyd Mayweather was complaining then, like, come on, bro. Like, y'all gotta get off that shit. I definitely do. Stop stop saying it's an excuse when you guys claim that y'all care about fighters' safety.
yeah, and what pisses me off is that it's the same thing that happens in female boxing too. Whenever a fighter does get cheated, and it's like that gets swept under the rug faster compared to any man that speaks out on it. But furthermore, um, compared to any other combat sport, uh, like boxing is the more narcissistic community that doesn't care about somebody's life being put in danger when a cheater comes to the scene, versus like in any other sport that does care with his fan base, people do speak up on it. But it's just like moralistically speaking, like you don't want to see somebody's life get put at risk for somebody else's benefit of being a criminal. But for me at least, like I've been to 5 boxing fights and I've yet to see any fighter cheat yet. But it's like if I paid my
I
money to go.
have. I was at the fucking Fox versus Maestro fight.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I was front row at that shit. I was like, man, what the hell
Damn.
going so what's taking the fight so fucking long, man? I'm trying to dip out this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
Come to
crazy.
find out, the ref, I didn't even know the ref was in there talking about the gloves was faulty. I'm just looking like, what the fuck? And you see what I'm talking about? Like, I've seen this shit in my face, broad daylight. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
So I want all black fighters take the illegal amount of clenbuterol. I bet they start crying. Imagine Wilder taking some clenbuterol and come down to fucking cruiserweight. Then what?
Yeah, fuck that
But
shit, man.
yeah. Um, 1 second, hold on. What's going on, brother? Blunts boxing.
What's up, G? What's the word?
Man, I know you see the shit going on. Niggas woke up to some crazy news, man. I
Man.
know you seen it.
Oh man, I've been keeping up, man. I'm just sitting back like it ain't amazing because it's the world. What I mean? Twitter is a real insight on how the world really be going as far as you know what I mean? Like how when it don't fit the narrative or what you want, people just ignore the facts. You know what I mean? Like If it's known people have had loaded gloves in history, why is it so far fetched to even put it out there? You know what I mean? And why everybody so up in arms about this shit? You know what I mean? Like
Because they need this one, bro. And I was trying to tell folks, like, this is the fight y'all should be looking for if y'all think motherfuckers might pull out some shit, some scandalous shit, because they need this, bro.
they
Spence
need
Crawford,
this.
regardless, look at Spence Crawford, regardless of who wins, you know, nigga, that's the best fighter out there. But they trying to sneak in that a new, a new fighting Fulton. That's gonna be the real winner, of who's pound for pound number one. And that's why when niggas is calling that shit out, saying, "Hey man, make sure them gloves and wraps is okay," niggas is like, "Oh nah, look at y'all making
We
excuses."
crying, and it's just like, bro, like the same shit was cited by Donaire, but see, Donaire wife, but you know what I'm saying? They roll with it, you know what I mean? But that don't mean Fulton got to roll with that shit. That's just some dirty shit, you know what I mean? And it's just for people act like that shit just so preposterous. It's just that just lets you know that it's about feelings over, feelings over intellect and facts. I'm
And
I'm
that's
IOE,
that
bro,
that shit
and
got that shit got other fans coming out like looking like, dude, hold on, like why y'all looking at Anui like he just some guy, like he can't be questioned? What's up with
yeah.
that?
They just don't want it to be questions. Now, if it was a black fighter, that motherfucker gonna get questioned to the T.
Okay,
You hear
okay.
me?
Here come this guy named Ghost. He says, "I'm not understanding the issue. The hand wipes and new users are completely legal. It's not completely legal in a lot of places, man. Sonny Edwards just came out and said, "Nigga, that shit is fucking illegal here. Hell no, you can't do that shit over here." But I heard something to the effect that both fighters have to agree on the wraps.
They do over
So
there.
yeah,
They have
so
to
maybe
agree.
so maybe it's not completely legal, like you saying.
That is legal if they agree, type shit. You know what I
Type
mean?
shit.
So
Talking about why did okay, if it's legal here in the States, right? Okay. Why the fuck did Triple G versus Canelo 2 happen? When the coach said, "Hey man, you're not using those gloves or that wraps, them stack wraps." Because both fighters didn't agree. They didn't agree. That's why.
and then what's so crazy is that you see Fulton was not even in agreement with his coach speaking on the shit. You feel me? Like he didn't even want him to say nothing. And he clearly looking like, why you say something? But they still putting it on Fulton like, oh, he's scared. I'm like, cuz, like, you think I came
And,
all the way over to
and
Japan to get
what's your
scared,
thought?
bro, to not get this payday? Stop
What's
it.
your thoughts on that right there?
What in particular?
That folks are calling the team scared or calling Fulton scared.
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, bro, whatever fits their narrative. Because why the fuck would I fly across the fucking world for a major payday only to pull a fakery move and go back home? What type of sense does that make to go through a training camp, fly across the world only to pull out? Do I get paid for pulling out? Stop it.
And they trying to
Yeah.
blame, who they blaming? Your dog
Who?
Al.
I
Your
was just gonna say
dog.
Al, the go-to. The go-to. Well, we can't blame nobody else. We ain't no, when there's nobody else to blame, blame Al. You hear me?
And
Also,
they saying,
stop it.
what's up with you? And they saying, what's up with you black Americans crying foul and all this shit? Bringing up Floyd Mayweather, Wilder,
It's just
Floyd
like when we even
Mayweather,
speak on
Wilder.
any Mexican fighter or any fighter that's not black, they bring up Wilder, bro. That's just the games they play. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like that's what
Because they
opinion.
they tell us every day that we shouldn't talk about race in boxing and bring it up, and we shouldn't support a guy because it's race. But they look at Wilder as a race, a loss in the black community, a big major loss, and everybody's equivalent to it.
Well, if it ain't about race, how come a lot of these Mexican Americans don't root for the black Americans? Like, stop it. Like, if it was these man, boxing has been about race since the beginning of time. That fuels a lot of the fan base. That fuels a lot of the nationalities, you know what I'm saying, that support their fight. There's nothing wrong with supporting your own, and you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
then
y'all think Fulton versus Anui is just a nice big fight just because these are two skilled fighters fighting? No, nigga. It's because a Japanese dude is fighting a skilled black American undefeated. When do you see that type of shit? Really?
I mean, I don't think me honestly, I would, even if it was approved, like I would put it to the effect two proven undefeated fighters who are champions and who are accomplished. To me, with this fight, it wouldn't matter if it was black or not. I mean, of course it puts more amp on my amp that it is Fulton, but look at it without the blind without the color on it, bro. These are two accomplished fighters that's in a new way stepping up to prove he great. And Fulton been proving he is who he is. So this is just a great fight,
That
period, bro.
Fulton the new is big because of both their skill set, bro. I'm saying it's not only because the race, but that makes it a big. That's make it even bigger, even bigger. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Let's be real. A
And if
W,
it ain't
look, hold on. Y'all can't sit here and tell me that shit because a W over a Black American to these guys to non-blacks is very big, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. Reason why motherfucking y'all going crazy, because what's his name? What you call it again? Maidana beat AB. That was like a super big win to y'all. Y'all still hold on to that shit today, talking about look at this video here of when trash talking goes wrong, and all you see in the comments is look at that. He really shut that black dude, that arrogant black dude up. Stop it. Y'all
when
know
they
it's
tell me ain't about race and they don't be on their pro-American shit at all times, they will root for a foreigner quicker than they will root for a black American fighter. So I don't be wanting to hear that
he said, bro.
racism
I
and
be in the gym. Don't nobody give a shit. Yes, the fuck they do. Stop it. I be in the gym too, nigga. I be in the gym
like
too.
this one
I
dude
be in
hit
the
back on some.
barbershop.
This how you know it goes to the deeper racism. Dudes are, oh, you're going to cry victim every time. I said, brother, there ain't nothing I said that implied crying victim. So if someone point out some errors or some shit that they feel like is fraudulent activities is playing victim, like just a bogus go-to racist statement. That just when they said playing victim, that's the ultimate go-to racist lie. You're playing victim. I'm like, cuz the nigga just said it was the white dude said it was suspect. I guess he
And
playing victim
you
too.
remember that?
And
Remember that
then
meme? And that video. It's like the video of the white dude saying, uh, "I knew he's suspect."
suspect.
They
But
start attacking black folks and Al Heyman.
bro, that was crazy. Like he got a little bit of the heat, but it immediately went to anybody who supported it. Yeah, y'all too. I was like, y'all crazy. You can't even say
Bro,
something
this guy.
suspect when
Okay,
shit looks suspect.
This guy goes was talking about. I come to Coach Ronnie Gym. We got Morrell and all that. Nigga, nobody's saying that these motherfuckers can't coexist like we're a bunch of fucking wild animals. What the fuck are you saying? Stop it. What are you talking about? You making it seem like we a bunch of fucking wild animals, nigga, and we can't be in the same cage or some shit. No, nigga, it's not like that. I'm saying that yes, we can coexist, but the powers that be definitely help a certain group more than the others, and a certain group, specifically the Black American group, got to do the most just to get even looked at. There's you can't even tell me why Charlo is not on the pound for pound list. Give me a logical reason why Charlo's not on the pound for pound list. Why is that? Exactly. Said, nah, you make it seem that way. No, the fuck I don't. We can coexist. Nigga, what are you talking about? All my, look, I'm gonna start pulling like y'all. Nigga, all my, not all, but a lot of my customers are Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against Hispanics, but I'm gonna call out some bullshit. I don't give a fuck. If it's
I will
bullshit, I'm
say
gonna call out some bullshit.
I will say some of the shit is fewer more about fans and their ignorance with the shit sometimes. You know what I mean? And maybe in the boxing community is not as big as it is to fans. I will say that probably, but since I can't say that for sure, I don't know. But I do know a lot of ignorant fans kind of fan the flame of nothing sometime and make it something. You
Bro,
feel me? But we
nigga,
can't ignore what it is though. Let's not
let's
act like shit don't
look,
exist. You know what I mean?
Ryan versus Tank, right? Ryan versus Tank. We have Mexicans that don't even know Ryan Garcia. But the fact that he Mexican or come from Latino descent, nigga, they putting bans on him to win. Because they wouldn't put on him because he's a good fighter. Let's keep it 1,000. And I
Nah,
seen,
we can't act like
nah,
racism don't exist. That's foolish
nigga,
now, man.
I seen it. Because I seen a video of some Mexican dude talk about, yeah, man, I put 20K on Ryan Garcia and he, nigga, went out there and quit. And then in the comment section, you see a whole bunch of Mexicans in there saying, oh, you need to stop voting with pride, mate. I mean, you need to stop voting with pride. You need to start rolling with pride. You need to start betting on, what it actually is. Even if I seen them calling that shit out. So I'm like, bro, stop acting like motherfuckers don't be riding behind theirs and there's not race and nationality doesn't play a big part in the sport.
Like I saw motherfuckers clowning. I mean, like Charlo when he brought out the American flag, he be trying to get that support, and I think that's why Mel always kind of just say keep it cool about making a lot of comments he could make. You know what I mean? Because he trying to win over the. But the truth is, they don't support him like they should as an American, and it'd be more
Man,
obvious to me
nigga,
when
we
we
talking
fight a
about,
foreigner.
bro,
I feel like that's when I see it more on the surface than anything. Like when I feel like a Mexican American fighting a Black American, I don't really put that much stock into it. I just know folks gonna ride with their people. But I'm talking about when it be a motherfucker from a whole nother place, a whole nother. You ain't even ever heard of the motherfucker. You just rooting for him just because. And I ain't saying that's everybody, but there is a contingency of
bro,
people who root just like that. Like fuck,
brother,
you know what I mean? That shit crazy.
brother Blunsbacher, check it out. Canelo versus Charlo. You don't tell me race is not being mentioned in that fight, and it's not gonna be big during that fight.
I mean,
Race and nationality.
it's the Mayweather blueprint. Like, how you think
But
Floyd
like,
made that
bro,
much
like
money?
that's how, and
He
that's the thing.
played on it.
And bro, Charlo, he gotta get on it, bro. The same shit we using that Castano fight with the American flag, all that. He gotta get on it. He gotta get on it. He gotta get on it.
Right, people at
Even
my job. Exactly. Hey, look, my cousin, look, he say white people at my job don't even watch boxing. All of a sudden they watch boxing when Fury stole those Wilder fights. Look, my cousin said he walked into a Nashville bar, right? And he's in Nashville. So imagine, probably the
yeah,
population. So
yeah.
he say he walked in the room for Wilder Fury. And in the beginning, they were kind of rooting for Wilder, like like just on they halfway American shit. They say when he came out to that blacker than, the whole black, when he had on the suit and all that,
Yeah.
he say he saw the look in the whole restaurant. Everybody turned Fury fans in like 2 seconds. You feel me? Also, just because he proud of
Man.
who he is, he say the whole restaurant was rooting for Fury. I'm like, man, this is America, bro. So, like I say, it's just ignorant to act like it don't exist. You know what I mean? But to play into it to that deep be a little deep for me, but it's just that ignorant shit is there, bro. You can't ignore it,
Look,
bro.
he
That
said
shit.
Canelo versus Charlo. The racial factor will be big because of you fans, not Canelo or Charlo. Nigga, when look, and this is what I try to tell people. When boxers box, they don't just represent themselves. You know that, right? You can't just go into a boxing ring and just say, "Oh, this is Charlo." That's it. They tell you where he's from, what city, and they tell you about his fucking life and where he came from, what neighborhood and all that shit. You be hearing the motherfuckers on both channels, ESPN and Showtime. They mention everything, they background, all that. When you box, you don't just represent yourself, you represent your country and you represent your race. Let's be real. Stop it. Stop playing
You
games,
do, because
bro.
but to what
Even Tio,
Ghost saying, to not
even
Ghost
Tio
saying, to what
said
Ghost
it.
saying, no, hold on, or like to what Ghost is saying, though, to some degree, what he's saying might be right. Some fighters might not look at it as I'm fighting for my black people, like I'm fighting for my mugs. Like Charlo don't seem like he
And
coming off like that.
and I get
And
that aspect. I get that aspect, but it's not up to them.
no,
It's
so
not
that's
up.
what Ghost
It's not
saying.
up
Ghost
to
saying
them.
it's the fans that flame that more than the fighters themselves, and I kind of do feel him on that. I can't, you know what I mean?
It's not up to.
But
It's
I'm
not
pretty
up to
sure,
them.
like some people,
When
if
you
you a
enter,
mug, go ahead.
when you enter this game, you know that comes with it, bro. So you can't just say I'm gonna just opt out of it. If I just don't pay attention to it, it's not gonna be there. I wish it was like that, but it's not like that, nigga. It don't matter, nigga. And that's why they got people on Twitter talking about some, yeah, look at your cousin Richard Comey that got whooped by Tio. What you mean my cousin fucking Comey? Just because he's black, not even knowing that nigga, I'm FBA, that nigga's from fucking Ghana. Like, what are we
Exactly.
saying here?
Yeah, yeah, I can dig it.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't just opt out of it. Maybe they may feel in their heart like, okay, I'm just fighting, to pay my bills and all that shit. But nigga, you know what you represent when you step into that ring, bro. If
Facts.
you lose, they're not gonna say Charlo lost. They're not just gonna say Charlo lost. They're gonna say Charlo lost and the American lost to Team Mexico, the fighter from Mexico. They're gonna tally it up. It's gonna be in the fucking books. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Right.
Am I lying?
No, you speaking of facts. You definitely speaking of facts. But you know what I mean? What I do know is that it play a part no matter they wanted to or not. You know what I mean? And you can't help but to think about that shit. You know what I mean? And
You know the last time
I
he
think
popped out.
Canelo slide
Hey,
like
hey,
that.
hey,
I think Canelo move like that. Now if Charlo might not, I know Canelo move like that.
he definitely do. But you know one nigga that was. Matter of fact, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Charlo Canelo, because
Canelo, like I don't even want to fight no Mexicans. He
the
backtracked, but I'm saying that let you know
the
how
last
much he
nigga.
riding.
Okay, I get what you're saying. My bad. Let me cook for a good second, real quick.
Go ahead.
The last nigga who tried to opt out was Castano. You remember in the press conference when Charlo was like, "Nigga, this my land, this my country, nigga," and Castano tried to be on some, nah, it's not like that, and Charlo was like, "Nah, nigga, it is like that, nigga." You remember that?
Yeah.
Because
When they,
I think
yeah.
the reason why I said I feel like that is because he felt a certain type of way. Because remember, Canelo was FaceTiming Castano, trying to support him, give him some support, some Latino support. Wasn't no
Riding with his
country
folks.
support. It
Exactly.
was Latino support, the race support, not the
Hmm.
country support. The reason why this motherfucker Castano he had one flag on his fucking waist. He had two flags on his shorts. That nigga ain't from Mexico.
Facts. Told you Canelo ride for his.
And they
And
right,
and then I don't see nothing wrong with riding for yours. Like I don't
nothing
see
wrong.
nothing wrong with this. This is fair game. And now the ignorance that play a part is something different. But I'm talking about you just riding with your heritage, and that's gangster to me. And like brother Jason said in the comments, he was like a lot of the fighters don't want to rep. But what do you say? They convinced the black fighters that Hispanics are the best fans, so they don't want to rep black. You know what I mean? Like some of that might. I did see a little bootlicking on the Charlo end when it came to trying to get the Mexican support and not offend Canelo fans. But that's smart to me because you don't want to alienate them fans
I say he
or
haven't
play
been moving
full
like that
heel,
lately.
huh?
He haven't been moving like that lately.
Because let me tell you, that's a flip side to that. You could turn villain and make that paper. And I don't think Jamel has a problem with being a villain. So he probably more
Bro,
accepted.
what
He
did you
probably more
see the live?
accepting of this role now.
Did you see the live?
Hmm?
Did you see the live session that he
Which
that
one?
he was like after Canelo versus John Ryder? He was like, "Man, fuck out of here, nigga. If I was in there, I'd have whooped Canelo's fucking ass that
Oh
day."
yeah, he been saying it recently. Yeah, I feel that.
He said,
He been
"Set that fucking fight up. That's the fight I want. Set it up."
and
And
so he might well play into it all the way. That's what I'm saying. Like Floyd played into it. He didn't disrespect the Mexican fans, but he just taunted, antagonized, and kept fighting Mexicans, coming out in sombreros. Like hey, straight up. We finna milk this. I ain't finna disrespect y'all. It's all love.
but
Actually, I'm showing you love, but
Charlo, he got to ride it, man. He got to come out there, American flag shorts, all that Lions only. He got to come out there looking like Apollo Creed, but
I
not.
was just thinking that he got looking like Apollo.
He definitely do. He got to, because I even heard people on Twitter calling him MAGA Charlo.
But you know what? It doesn't, yeah, because I'm gonna keep it real. Charlo, dude, Mel say some trippy shit, bro, like some weird shit sometime, bro. And it's like he can offend his own sometimes because he's offended me in his little couple, like,
He did. He
Josh.
did.
You know what I mean? Why you
Repent.
say that, man? It's clownish for you to say. I didn't thought that about him a couple times. Like, man, you
Remember,
fucking it up
you,
because
you
I'm
remember,
rooting for you.
you remember during that time, Errol Spence had to have that talk with him. Because they kept on asking Errol Spence how you feel about it. Errol Spence was saying like, nigga, he don't agree with that shit at all. Like, he got to. I forgot exactly what he said, but he said something. He
Probably
said,
was that skills pay the bill when it was that
yeah,
skills pay the bill
when he said
shit.
when Charlo said that skills pay the bill shit and all that race and all that shit don't matter and all that shit when it comes,
Yeah.
man. And then Errol Spence had to disagree with that shit, and I'm pretty sure he had that talk with him because ever since then he came out and apologized. You remember he made that apology video.
Mm-hmm.
He had to apologize and all that.
And you know what he probably realized? That no matter how much ass kissing I do, they're not gonna love me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like no matter what the fuck I say and do, like who just said in the comments, he said them Hispanics hate Jamel Charlo. And he didn't praise them so many times on so many levels. I saw one of them, I think it was Ma or Mel, get booed while saying thank you to all the fans and the Texas fans. They were continuing to boo. Like, so at some point, you got to, you know what? Fuck y'all. Let's jam. Actually, I'm gonna be your worst enemy. Come pay to see me whoop all your fighters, and that's why I hope he punish Canelo, because I am FBA, and I'm stepping like that. Even if Mel ain't stepping all the way like that fully, I ain't finna be ignorant. But I'm telling you, like I say, ain't nothing
Bro,
wrong with
I
it.
ain't
So I
gonna
hope
lie.
Mel punish him.
I'm about to be the proudest American on the timeline, nigga. Come that fight, bro. You ain't understand. Like, come that fight, come real close after this. Because man, you already know how they gonna be stepping, bro. But you feel like they scared though? They nervous for Canelo? I'm kind of
No,
scared
they feel
of
no,
that.
no, they feel confident. They feel confident. They playing. They really think it's a game. Like honestly,
You
I ain't
think
seeing
you
no
think they
fear.
sleep?
They sleeping on Charlo.
What you think about
Even the videos where he's showing he's working out vigorously. Then you watch Canelo videos where he punching the bag sluggish than a motherfucker. They pumping that up like I'm just sitting here like y'all sleeping on the boy. Like, but it is a thing of I
bro?
hope, huh?
That shit is nuts because I'm like, man, if I say it, they just gonna call me a hater.
Right.
I'm looking at this nigga hitting the bag work and I'm like, boy, y'all really looking at this shit like this nigga's doing something? He looking like a nigga that's winded,
That ain't
throwing
it.
only hooks. Where's
And
his
that ain't it.
where's his head movement?
That's not gonna work against Mel. Especially if the biggest X factor proves to be true. If Mel can take his shots, he's gonna whoop Canelo.
You know what they think
If
it is?
he could take
They
his
think it's
shots, though,
they think it's
that's
a
a big
situation.
if. And if was a fifth.
I feel like they looking at this fight like it's gonna be like the Cotto fight. They feel like Canelo's just gonna be too big and strong, and Mel's gonna be throwing punches, and it's not gonna matter to Canelo because he's just, you know,
Like,
big
like
and
like
strong.
somebody made light of Canelo on the golf course while Jamel's working hard in the gym. I'm like, y'all don't see how ass backwards y'all is for even thinking like that. You know what I mean? Because
That's why I say Canelo has this like nostalgia thing going on with the fans because they feel like it's 2013 or something, 2014 in his heyday. Like this shit is crazy. Like
but what's crazy is that Mel was around then. See,
I
that's what
know
they be
wanting that.
forgetting. Mel was ranked in, 154 for Floyd belt
Mel and Canelo
back
the
then.
same age. People not even
That's what I'm
realizing.
trying to say. And Mel ain't had half as many wars. I'm fresher. And motherfuckers don't be realizing golf is not cool to be playing, bruh. While you training, bruh, being on your fucking feet, back, all of that shit, leg, man, that is, you need to be sitting down as much as possible. The last thing you need to be doing when you leave in the boxing gym is going to the motherfucking golf course. Like, and
Hitting the
motherfuckers just
fucking
don't
tee
think.
hard as hell. Like,
Yeah, and just being on your feet that long, walking them, and I don't want you to be playing 18 holes and shit where you really going in. Like, come on, man, you straight tripping. But do actually golf as much as you like. That boy gonna come in there and show you. You might need to go back to the clubs. But I told you my
and here's
big
the
two.
thing: you can't tell me Canelo don't see the news because that's why he was so amped up in this little training video talking about motherfuckers because he heard motherfuckers saying like, "Bro, are you even taking this fight serious? Like, you golfing and shit with these Pat Mahomes and all that shit. What the fuck is going on?" That's why he trying to be all amped up, out of breath, can't even talk,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah. But I told you my two worries about Jamel. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? Refresh my memory.
The envelope, and if he could take the punch. Them the two.
Woo! You thinking the boys with the
Hey,
boys
bro,
with the goat?
I'm one of them, bro. That's why, bro, I'm a, Art, bro. How I am on Twitter is how I am, bro. Like, Hella motherfuckers fuck with me, but it cool. But I never just roll with anything. I'm going to speak. You know what I mean? And that's just the real. I gotta speak it how it is, bro. And that be unpopular sometimes, but the envelope is around, bro.
You
Like,
saying them boys with the big belt buckles, with the gold Desert Eagles and the
you
sombreros
hear
coming
me?
in? You
No,
saying
not
them
even
dudes?
them. It might be his color. I don't know. I don't know. You hear me? I'm talking about. You know, Al just coughed
You
that
saying
man
it
up
can come
100
from
million.
anywhere? It can come from
Man,
anywhere.
it come from the house.
Let's make this fist fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, this Benavidez fight is on the horizon, and we gonna take care of you, your brother next. You hear me? We got Benavidez. Hey, let us run this play, champ. You hear me, also? And I ain't saying that Mel got that type of character. I don't want to sound like, but I'm just saying I've been in rooms, I've heard
I
things.
bro, I know what you're saying, and I never put it past motherfuckers making multi-million-dollars.
On, bruh. We getting you
I
gonna
would
we
never.
gonna give you 12 for this, but we'll slip you another 18 if you go ahead. Don't beat
Tax
him.
free. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Just
like
lay
no.
off of him. If you ahead, just slow up a little bit. You hear me? But Mel's so ignorant though and so driven, he might say fuck this shit and just have them guys at his door for fucking up the play. Just
I
feeling
know.
like getting in the seventh round. Like, man, fuck that deal. I'm gonna
You know
punish this man.
that's what Sonny Liston did, and that's what got him gone. He was supposed to lose a fight that they had money on, and he was like, "Nah, fuck it, I'ma still win." You need to watch. You
Hold
have
on.
you seen that Sonny Liston documentary?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you need to
It's
watch.
hard.
Watch that shit, man. And I be trying to tell niggas, y'all talking about the mob not involved. Boy, if that shit was then, what you think happening now?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's just a bigger game. Like it's just more money involved. And you see the players are still G's for real. The players are still G's. Al is a G. Don King, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like not Don King, I mean
Nah,
Bob Burnham is a G, a gangster. Like
and
the
they looking at Eddie Hearn like a fucking rich kid
come on, bro. Who the
trying to
fuck
get
are
into
you?
that dope game.
That's why Eddie don't get no traction. Look, we got the relationships with the arenas, man. You ain't getting these arenas, man. You ain't getting these dates, and you ain't getting these fighters. How you look, bro? In the streets, bro, you can have a plug, but if you ain't got no clientele, you did, or you can have clientele, but if you ain't got no plug, you know. And so Eddie's just out here, like, and
You,
you
Eddie
don't have the
reminds me.
product or the clientele over here. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
I read this book from this guy, the dude who made Fubu.
Mm,
He had in his book, it says, a whole bunch of entrepreneurs having like success or whatever, their stories or whatever. And one story was a chick, she had like a bakery, and she had all the money to buy all the equipment, the nice storefront, chairs, all that top of the line, everything. But she ain't have no ingredient to make the good, pastries and all that shit. And it's like that kind of reminds me of Eddie Hearn, the Zone. It's like you got all the money in the world to make this shit pop, but you just don't have the main thing, which is the ingredient, the fighters, the show, the main things that we
and
want.
you went over her ruffling up feathers and with mugs who have all the relationships. You
It's
know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? You
It's
don't.
like you go in here thinking, oh, I got all this money. I can just buy everybody. I can buy
And
them.
with that
And
UK white man arrogance, you know what I'm talking about?
talking about the
That entitlement.
translated slave trade or some shit.
Yeah, man.
Transatlantic
Hold
slave
on.
trade.
Let me step out
I
the
was like,
room
what
real
the
quick. I'll
fuck?
be right back though. If you still
Okay.
on. All right.
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy right now. Like, but yeah, back to Anui. Oh, let me read some of y'all comments. I ain't gonna lie, I just been talking and shit. Let me check y'all comments out. Said, uh, God damn, y'all niggas going to. I can't put that on the screen. They's gonna try to get my YouTube ban. Said he did because while Black Americans were living luxury, he was in the middle of it. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man? Boxing, please. Can we get back to boxing? Anui versus Fulton, man. That shit's crazy, man. Super crazy. But shit, actually, man, I gotta get up out of here. I'm about to go make some plays my damn self. I'm about to go on a run. Man, it was good talking to y'all. I'll be back. Art, man, the great. Let's fucking go.